Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first look on this brand new Mova S70 robot vacuum cleaner. This is called the mop roller version. Now in this video, I'm going to go through all the unboxing. We're going to set it up. I'll do a first cleaning over in the world famous Just a Dad corner cleaning studio area. Now I did buy this product with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video, but I do use links. If you purchase this product off of my website, justadadapproved.com, or a link in this video, I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on that link, the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. Now, if you look in the description or on my website, you're going to see the spec sheet. These are all the specs that I think are important to this robot vacuum cleaner. You can find that. The full review is coming really soon. I got to take this to my home and live with it, but you can go to my website and see my full specs, and then you can see whenever the full review drops. Now, right off the get, this is $650. That's what I paid for it right now. There's hardly anything that comes with it. Power cord, I like that it comes with a manual. The manual is very good to set it up with. We don't get any like solution or nothing, no extra rollers, brush rollers, that's it. Well, you do get one filter bag, I'll show you that. But anyway, this robot vacuum cleaner has a mop roller. It can extend it up against the wall. This has the standard brush roller. I was a little surprised, but this isn't a bad brush roller. You can upgrade this to the tri-cut brush. It does come, it has 30,000 pascals of suction. Standard drive wheels, it's not gonna go over tall thresholds or anything. Side brush, it does extend it up into the corner, and it says it can retract it. This is new, this little guard here. Carpet sensor, this looks the same. Front wheel looks good, nice and sturdy. This is where the hot air is directed onto the mop roller. So when that's where the hot air comes out, and I'll show you the vents around back. There's the auto empty port at the bottom. That's where it lets air in. Auto empty right there. Let's just examine this brush, this mop roller. Press this button over here. Looks to be the same brush roller as like the Z70, I think. There's like a comb. I do like that this comes up. Now, as far as I can tell, there's the scraper. It's not removable. So the water gets sprayed out these little jets. Then there's like a scraper here and suction. There's where your suction port is to suck the dirty water up. So no cover for the mop roller. And honestly, the ad is a little deceiving because it makes you think you get a bunch of extra accessories. That's just what's installed on it. So you don't get a bunch of extra accessories with it. Again, up here, they call this the chop brush, but there's nothing special about this brush roller. There's no, oh, there is one area I wanted to show you. This looks much bigger now. This is different. Now, I like it. I hope it works good, but this normally is not that big of an opening to go into the dustbin. The long hairs are going to be directed to the end, and then you can just pop these off. That's where the long hairs will wrap around. So this type of brush roller does get long hair wrap, but you can upgrade to the tri-cut brush. Yeah, and we've seen this flapper before. There's this big like scraper or something. Okay, now let's flip it over. It does have spinning LiDAR, but it's down here in this cavity and covered by a shield. You can see it's going to come out the sides. No camera, that's an optical avoidance sensor. Looks like maybe some lasers on the side to help with optical avoidance. Side brush comes out. This does not spin, this does not come up and down. Side sensor so it can reach into the corner. The mop pad will move out. Here's where it charges it. This is where a sensor to help it back up. This is where it fills the robot up with water. There's where that hot air goes in and it's directed right on the roller. It does have a removable water tank. Now, something you'll want to notice, that's a button that gets pressed. That opens up this dirty water tank empty. That's how it empties. So I like that this is removable. There's the little tube for filling the robot. This is where the dirty water gets sucked up into here. Looks like a little filter you might have to take off. A float to let us know when this is full. That's pretty delicate, this little filter here, this little screen. It's like a vent. Or maybe that's where the dirty water. There's 3 ports. I know this one, maybe this is where the dirty water gets sucked up. That's where the robot fills this has an internal tank that sprays water on the mop roller. And then there's another port. This one's bigger, and it just goes right into like the dirty water tank. Like there's a little guard there. Oh, there's a little guard there too. It covers that. So I wonder if that creates the suction that sucks the dirty water into the dirty water tank. And then there's a filter so nothing gets sucked up into the robot. I bet that's what it is. Yeah, there's the bottom, back. The dustbin looks to be, I think I've seen this design maybe on the Dreamy. It isn't much improved. It doesn't come out, it auto empties out the bottom. So right there, which that does seem to work. I think the Aqua 10 did that. This filter looks, I think I've seen this filter before, pretty standard. Air comes in through this little port, and then this is the trap door to let stuff out. There's a reset for here button. Cover looks like it stays on pretty good. Let's turn our attention over here now. It's gonna wash the mop roller with hot water in this tray. There's where it sucks the dirty water up. Here's where the hot air comes out. Charging. This is where it fills the robot up with water. It doesn't say anything about filling it up with hot water. I do like this is tray removal. The first time I pulled this out, it was kind of hard, but now it's easy. So there's like a little filter there. You got some sensors here to let us know if this starts to overflow. Yeah, okay, those are just sensors. There's looks like another sensor, so a lot going on here. Typically this all just works. Pull this, there's not much of a handle here, but you want to pull that. No solution tank, this is just storage. So the only thing extra you get is one dust bag. This is the standard Dreamy dust bag. Oh, there's a little filter here. That's new. It's just a foam filter. Those usually don't do a whole lot. Be nice maybe if that was a HEPA filter or something, but the bags are usually pretty thick. You don't get much dust coming out of them. Yeah, putting this back. Now what I do like to see, these are 5 liters. Typically like the Mova V50, P10, those are 4 liter tanks. So I like these are extra big. You do get that scale inhibitor that needs replaced after 3 years. That's the little beads. I like the dirty water tank. This one's a different color. I like that. Nothing standard. Looks like you can maybe put a, those beads down there to help it prevent odor. Ports look about the same. Round back cord is 6 feet long. It's 3-prong. No cord storage. You want to make sure and turn it on to the line position to the right. Push it in all the way. You want to put it in the track, and it's got a 90-degree angle. All right, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 4.2 amps during dust collecting, 1,160 watts during hot water cleaning. Oh yeah, the tray or the ramp you just got to install. Front to back 18 inches or 46 centimeters. Left to right 13 and a half or 34 centimeters. Now it's not very tall. It's only 19 and a half or 49 centimeters, but you got to be able to, you got to have this much room above it. You got to have 29 and a quarter inches above it to get the the tanks out, or 72 centimeters. So let's measure the actual robot. 13 and 3/4 or 35 centimeters. Height, it says it's 90 millimeters, but yeah. So I come in just a little bit above 9 centimeters and 3.54 inches. Yeah, it's about 3.5 inches. Okay, time to set it up. Let's turn it on. Press and hold the power button. About 5 seconds. You should see, yeah, those lights are coming on. It's gonna play a tune. I like the big water tanks. I like to put a little Shark vac mop solution in the clean water tank. I call it about 2 dabs, not much at all. I got links to all of this on my website, justadadapproved.com, and in the video description below. Here's the dirty water tank. You're gonna take an Effordent tablet. They're just denture cleaning tablets. Take 1 tablet, put it in the dirty water tank every time you empty it. That's gonna prevent the odor. These things will really start to stink. And then this is a great cleaning brush. It just cleans everything. All of this is in the video description or on my website. Okay, you're gonna get the Mova app and it's free to use. Let's click the little plus button up here. Give it access to your camera and you're gonna scan this QR code with your camera. Next, you're gonna select your Wi-Fi, give it your Wi-Fi password, hit next. Now it says, now that the robot is on, you wanna, oh no, that says it's already been powered on. Press and hold both these buttons at the same time until you hear Wi-Fi reset.
Waiting for the network.
Okay, waiting for the network. Okay. Click that, hit next. You're gonna have, this is gonna transmit a Wi-Fi, hit device hotspot. That's the Wi-Fi being transmitted by the robot, hit join. Your tablet's gonna join this Wi-Fi. Tell it what Wi-Fi to go to, and then everything, this should go to your house Wi-Fi, and then this should go back to your normal Wi-Fi. This all should be automatic. If it doesn't happen, you may have to manually connect to the Wi-Fi being transmitted
robot and phone connected.
By the
Please
robot.
return to app to wait for the result.
And you're gonna wait for 3 check marks. I think that's a light. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I've got it connected now. We wanna make sure you hear charging.
Start charging.
Okay, I've got it docked correctly. Yeah, I think that's the light. Nice design, I like this. This seems like a stripped down model though. I think they're gonna have an Ultra or something come out with a tank and maybe a few more features, but I don't know. Okay, let's go finish the setup. I'm sure there's a software update. Only 30% charge. Hit enter. Okay, hit agree. Do you have carpets? Yes, that's very important. You can always change these later. Do you want it to extend? And yes. Do you have multiple floors? Yes. Make sure this is on. These things will start in the middle of the night. Then it's gonna walk you through. These are just some pointers. Okay, there is a software update. Hit confirm. Turn auto update on, even though it doesn't seem like it doesn't auto update on it. Seems like you always have to tell it to. Okay. There's the version I'm going from to the current one. Fixes bugs, optimizes cleaning. So update now.
Updating. Taking about.
Okay, that took about maybe 5 minutes. It was very quick. Okay, we're gonna do a fast mapping. Then we're gonna go over the settings and I'll tell you about everything. So just hit start fast mapping, open your doors, pick up your rooms.
Start mapping. It will take about 5 to 10 minutes. During the mapping process.
So it's gonna randomly go around your house and it creates the map in real time. Now, if there's a place you don't want it to map, you can hit add a no-go zone. It'll pause the mapping, add the no-go zone, and then it'll go back. And same with ramps. If there's an area where it can't get to, put the ramp up and then hit that and tell it to, and then it'll go up that ramp. I've been reviewing a lot of wet, dry floor mops, cordless vacuum cleaners. I've got all the new Dyson pencil vacs and everything, and all the new Shark carpet cleaners. Okay, it's all done mapping. It's going back to the dock. Here we can see the map. And there's the map. So let's go to map editing. Now, I closed off some of my doors because I'm in a hurry. And this is just walking you through some different things. We'll go over everything. Current map, let's just go back. So there's the map. If you got a bunch of rooms, it'll divide them up into different colors, which I really like. So let's go to the map editing. All right. Yeah, this is a little different. Different icons. Trying to think. Room management. Huh, that's different. All right, so let's divide. I want to divide up this room. You're going to drag this line wherever you want to. I'm going to drag it over here. I want to divide up this room. It's got to be a solid piece for it to work. Very easy to do. All right, there's the different, I want to rename this. Let's rename this one. I do recommend using the names they give you, but you can always use a custom one. This is the corner test. You can divide rooms, merge rooms. So if there's two, I'm going to merge this one and this one into one room. So take your time. Let's go back. Click here. Cleaning order. I love that there's cleaning order. So if you got a bunch of rooms, whenever it does a global cleaning, it'll do them in this order. I love this. It's just drag, just press and hold those and drag them. No-go zones. I know there's an area over here, it's gonna get stuck. There's a bunch of cables. You can add these later. You can add virtual walls. You can add no mop zones are yellow. I know over here. So you can always fine tune these later. Threshold and ramp. Again, this thing will not do tall thresholds, but if there is a place where it does have a little threshold, but it does do ramps, 12 degrees. All right, furniture. I typically don't do much with furniture. Carpet. Don't mess with this until let it clean your house a couple times. It's going to identify where the carpet is, and then you can fine tune where the carpet is with that. Curtains, you can add a curtain. It'll go underneath the curtains, I guess. So it's a little squiggly line. I'm not going to add any curtains. Floor material. Now this one's important. This corner test, it does have the floor is going this way. So you want it to clean in the direction of your floor material. It does a better job of cleaning, and you can select however it's represented on the map, that's how it will clean. And you can do vertical or horizontal there. And that's it. Map display. They're always giving you, stuff to these pointers. So there is this 3D. So there's the 3D's not too bad. I typically don't like the 3D. I like the 2D. You can rotate the map. You can add different maps, map management. You can add and create a new map. You take the robot to the other floor and create a map. Okay, so these things are always popping up saying different things. Let's go to the settings. This is going to be the cleaning history. That's the new design. Put it on a schedule. I recommend having this thing start at a certain time, repeat it. You can have it do Tuesday and Saturday. Clean Genius your entire place, or you can just do certain rooms on certain days. So I recommend putting it on a schedule. You can turn those on and off accordingly. Consumables, main brush, side brush. This tells you when it's time to replace them, and then you got to reset the reminder. Mop as needed. That's interesting. It doesn't give you a timer on the mop. Sensors, used water tank, robot mop filter, that vent filter cleaning, yeah, there's that little vent I showed you. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, it's a little screen. They want you to wipe it off. And the dock, dust bag, you have to replace the dust bag every couple months. It's not going to remind you to replace the dust bag. The scale inhibitor, that's like 3 years. Dock settings, all right. Mop wash settings, auto wash, smart wash. How much water do you want it to use when it washes the mop roller? And then temperature. You've got high temperature is 176 degrees. Warm, mild, so you can pick. Mop drying, 4 hours, oh boy, or 5 hours. It does use hot air, that just takes a while. Auto empty, okay, what do we got here? High frequency. Oh, we have the slider scale. I love this. So if you have pets, you can really fine tune how often that goes back to the dock and auto empties the dustbin. Mova right now is the only one I've seen this with. You can do, and I don't trust any of these, just put it on high frequency. Going back to empty the dustbin is like a good thing, because and then there's his hair compression. Every once in a while, it'll compress the hair in the dustbin. I'm not sure if that works that well. Floor cleaning said, I want to do collision avoidance mode once it reduces the collisions against walls and obstacles. If it's running into too much stuff, it will reduce. So yeah, I would make sure that's on. Clean along floor direction, I want that on. Carpet cleaning. Now this is These have got some important settings. I like that it has all in single. So you can do this for a single piece of carpet or for everything. So let's do all. I want to do vacuum. Yeah, you can do avoid, ignore, or cross. Be careful of those. It won't clean your carpet. What do you want it to do on carpet? You want it to lift. I definitely recommend putting this on clean carpets first. Carpet boost, it'll increase the suction power to max when it's on carpet. Intensive carpet clean, it means it goes back and forth over it a couple times. Side brush rotate on carpet, you can turn that on or off. Edge and corner cleaning. If you wanted to extend the side brush into the corner, if you wanted to extend the mop, how often does it do these? I like high frequency. Those are all good. Pet surroundings. You have to tell it where the pet stuff is. It'll do strategic cleaning around it. Map management, we've already been here. You can delete the map. Language and volume. More functions. There's do not disturb. Battery, you can do that charging to 90%. Off-peak charging. Clean and resume is on. Child lock, notifications, remote control, device management, device maintenance, tank draining. Suggestions, I'm not sure what that is. That's device information. This is where I change the time zone. I go to square feet. Firmware update, again, I make sure that's on, but it never seems to do the updates automatically anyway. It always asks. Device sharing. I don't see Matter support here right now. All right, let's go to the settings. Okay, we've got Clean Genius where it figures it out how to clean your homes. You can do a deep cleaning, you can do vacuum and mop, or mop after vacuum. That's kind of a cool one I like. Or we can do custom. You can do a vacuum only event, 4 levels of suction, and then you got max plus. You can do a mopping only event. That's nice. This is the wetness of the mop pad. The cleaning pattern. If you got a really big dirty area, you got a deep clean, intensive, standard, vacuum and mop. So I like you get all the same cleaning patterns. And then you've got mop after vacuum. Again, another important one. You can pick the suction power, wetness, it's a slider scale, and then you can customize each room. Pick the room. Let's click. You can do a room, select the room, how many cycles you want to do. Oh, we're in custom. Let's go to custom mop, vacuum and mop. We can do 1, 2, 3 cycles. This water stain cleaning, that means that the robot doesn't wet the mop roller. It goes out and mops up a big mops up a big wet mess. It's like a dry mop. You can do a zone, drag the blue area around. You can create another zone and tell it how to clean those zones. 1, 2, 3, or 3 passes. Let's go to dock controls. Little green lights let us know the status of everything. You can start an auto wash event right here. You can stop the mop drying or start it. And you can auto empty the dustbin manually. These are important when you're doing multiple floors. You've got to do the stuff yourself. Okay, let's try cleaning up these muddy paw prints, a bunch of dirt and debris in the corner, a bunch of long hair, some Cheerios. All right, we're going to do a room. I'm going to do that one. And then I want to do vacuum and mop at the same time. Suction power, I want high. I want the wetness level up pretty good. Let's do an intense cleaning pattern. And then you just hit the play button. You know, if you're on this screen, you just hit it there.
Start selected room cleaning.
It's going to wash the mop roller and fill the robot's internal water tank with water.
Start cleaning mop pads.
A little loud water pump, but not too bad. A little different. So I think it took a little bit for it to prime that pump, because the water pump sounds different now. Or maybe it's just filling up. It started off with a high pitch. Now it's kind of like a normal water pump. I do have a video if you need to prime the water pump. You got to buy a syringe, but I don't think you have to do it on this one. So now it sounds normal. I can hear the mop roller turning. Now, the dirty water tank's going to kick on and suck the water up into the dirty water tank. If you don't hear like a gurgling action, you may have to prime the pump. We'll see. I didn't hear it at first, but it might just take a while for the water to kind of get through the robot and the base station. Okay, I can hear the water being sucked up, so I know the water pump's working. Okay, it's going to undock and travel to that room. Yeah, I can tell the water pump is working because I got some. Okay, let's see how the Mova S70 roller mop cleans up this big mess. Did a really good job up along the edge here. It's doing a good job with those Cheerio chunks. It's doing an excellent job on this room. Okay. Oh, I thought I told it to do 2 passes, but I didn't. So it's all done. That was pretty incredible. Wow. That's really clean. Corners really clean. Up against, that was a huge mess. Second pass might have gotten all of that. Big Cheerio chunks, lots of long hair. Now it's traveling back. It's got to wash that mop roller. You know, in future tests, I'll be opening up that dirty water tank. I like to take a look at it. We'll do some testing with long hair and stuff. Make sure it's got a good auto empty feature.
Start charging. Start auto empty.
Wow, that's quiet. I'll check the dustbin, make sure it's empty. But that's really quiet. And now it should go into...
Start cleaning mop pads. start dehydrating mop pads.
Very quiet. All right, let's take a look at the dirty water tank. Not much dirty water. All right, let's dump it out. I mean, it's really dirty. It's just not a whole lot of dirty water. That could be a good thing. All right, now let's examine it. Cleaning tray, yeah, it's definitely gonna get dirty. That's okay, it's removable. Dustbin is empty. Wow. Nope.
Paused.
Dirty water tank. Doesn't quite empty it all out. So you're definitely going to want to stay up on top of cleaning that. Did get some hairs around this. There were some hairs around the wheels. Ooh. Lots of hair on the brush roller. Yeah, this does not seem like tri-cut brush. You can install this. This is about a $20 to $30 edition. It cuts the hairs as they wrap around. It should have came with that. This seems like a model that they took features out to cut the price, but still give you some good cleaning features. So, and mop roller. Looks like it did, and there's no fluffer or anything like that. There's that little screen they want you to clean once in a while, honestly. Looks like it did a good job. I mean, that was just the first clean. There's a long way to go on this thing. So that definitely looks like the budget or the entry level of this new S70. I am going to be buying the Z70. It's not for sale yet. Again, that's for sale on Amazon right now. I will be buying the new Roomba 775. I actually saw some stuff online. People are saying it's pretty good. The Roomba 705 mop roller was a piece of junk. So I don't know what it's $1,000 right now. I'm hoping for it to go on sale. Again, I did purchase this with my own money. It wasn't paid for this video. This is the first look. I'm going to take that to my house today. I'm super excited. I really don't have any robots at my house right now. I've caught up on a bunch of reviews. So check out the website, justadadapproved.com. You can see the specs. And then as soon as this review, I'm going to live with it for about a month and a half, 2 months. I think it's going to do okay, except for that long hair. I might put the tri-brush on it at my home, but maybe not. So again, check out the website. Again, I do appreciate everybody's support. The Z70's coming. If whatever new robots are released, I'll be buying them. So again, thanks. Now the best place to go to find these robot vacuum cleaner picks is justadadapproved.com. Up here in the top header, you're going to see best overall vacuums, best for pet hair, best under 1,000, best under 500, and best under 300. Let's check best overall. I don't give you 20 picks. I give you 5 of my top robot vacuum cleaners with the score, but I have all the information to back it up. If you want to read the full review, why did I pick the Mova V50? Let's go see the full review. You can see the videos that I have right here to back it up. I have my 3-month real-world score test, my real-world testing results, cost to own, my robot specs that I think are important to robot vacuum cleaners, some quick buy it if, skip if, and then a simple review. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.